Welcome in, everyone. If you are new here, I'm Cassie, and this is where I work with divine beings and channel messages from other realms in a collaboration for the betterment and upliftment of humanity. Our top priority is to address whatever obstacles you are battling in your life right now, to help guide you along your journey here on Earth at this pivotal time in history. We ask that you use your discernment because these are collective readings with multiple messages in them to help as many people as possible. So let's tap in today and see through Spirit's eyes and figure out what's getting in the way of your dreams, spiritual growth, and utmost potential. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my readings are a little different. On your left, you will see the tarot board. In the center of the board will be the leading oracles or deities that are behind your reading today. And then we have 8 slots open for our tarot cards to get a more detailed message. So, let's see what Spirit has for you guys today. Okay, so for this one, they want the white light oracle and the astro codes. So the category of being that wants to support your reading is going to be something that is of the white light, the higher angelic realms, something of that nature. Naturally, that's what's going to come through this deck. And then they wanted to use this astro code, astrology star code, yeah, something like that, astrology star code deck for the amplifier on their message. So we'll draw the being that would like to come through and deliver a message for you guys today. There. That's great because this is the first card that fell out, and I was like, okay, if it wants to come out, it'll come out. Like, I'm gonna put it in. I made sure to shuffle really good, and it flew right out. So it is this one. Deer of Delta. So it's not necessarily a being, it's a frequency. That's what's really interesting about this. And that's the thing with angels too. Angels are just angles of light. It is a frequency that makes a specific cymatic field, a specific resonance in the light field, and that angle of light is what you would call a consciousness that is an angel. So Deer of Delta is talking about the delta frequency, which is at, oh, it doesn't say it on the card, it says it in the book. It'll tell you exactly the hertz to listen to. Let's see here. It's this one. So this is an energy, and delta typically has to do with like deep sleep, deep restorative rest and healing. This is where, when the brain is in delta, this is where all of the healing and repair functions are happening in your body. When your brain goes into that slow, really deep wave, like that is when you have your deepest sleep. That is when major repairs and tissues are healing in the body, growth is happening in the body, detoxification, but also like healing on a psychological and spiritual level, like in your subconscious mind as well. So we're gonna see what it has to say. Deer of Delta. Without any force, you can overcome even extreme negativities. Your real nature is gentle, which is powerful in its own unique way. You do not need to become something you are not. You can confidently and effectively invoke spiritual protection from the light. You can never be dominated or bullied at a spiritual level, because the real you is always empowered and protected in the light. Some things can only happen when we let go at the deepest inner level. Regenerative healing is one of them. Shamans of old understood that to obtain transformational awareness, one has to sever themselves from the world as we know it, to unlearn what we once knew, to be reborn. In this rebirth, a new understanding and vitality, clarity, and purpose can emerge. The shamanic realm is the realm of the delta brainwave, the state of deep sleep. Here, one is completely unconscious. There is a temporary paralysis at this level which allows for the deepest healing and renewal. Here, the gateway to the universal mind is entered, and the precious recalibrating treasures of healing are gained. In Delta, we surrender completely to a great and powerful intelligence far beyond our understanding. At 0 to 4 hertz, there we go. 0 to 4 hertz, delta waves are the slowest and most stabilizing of the brain waves. This is the state in which the body recovers from injury and the brain has a chance to check off its list of deferred repairs and healing, and restore optimal function. This includes the capacity to learn the healthy functioning of the immune system, physically and also emotionally, so we are not contaminated or confused by the emotional or psychic workings of the world around us. This oracle brings guidance that the healing you need cannot come from logical sources, but requires a deep letting go and a restructuring from within. Consider that practices and people could help facilitate this process in your life. Consider how you may value and encourage deep restorative sleep and regular retreats as a part of your lifestyle. The Greek nymph Tegede called upon her beloved goddess Artemis to protect her from the unwanted advances from a powerful suitor. In response, the goddess transformed Tegede into a doe, so she would be safe from harm. Tegede teaches us that we can become vulnerable like a gentle deer in the spiritual sanctuary of our devotion, protected by a greater source. Then, there is no need to become aggressive or harsh to defend ourselves from the aggression of another. We can let go and allow ourselves to be held. This is a way to ward off negativities without needing to disconnect from our softness and grace. Even if you are dealing with intense negativities from a particularly powerful opponent, Deer of Delta encourages you to call for spiritual intervention. With complete confidence in the grace that will instantly and continuously be bestowed, your strength and power can flow from your spiritual connection. If you have been advised to toughen up, you are encouraged to instead remain true to yourself and find your strength within. Oh, that's a beautiful card. So yeah, you're a lover, not a fighter. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We need people like that. Everybody here on this planet for some reason wants to blow each other up. And most of them don't even know why. So you know what? Be the deer. I support this movement. Oh. So, some introspection, some healing, some emotional healing happening on a deep level, allowing yourself to sleep more. Praying to spirit for an alternative way to a situation that would normally require you to be like aggressive when you just aren't. Like you're not an assertive nature. Whoever this is for the collective, I'm not saying like you're a pushover or anything. It's just that's not how you like to handle things. You're very soft-natured and sweet and loving and pure and innocent. Ooh. And then we have Pluto from the Astro deck with Rebirth. Yeah, and you might be going through a really sensitive time right now. You might be like going through a spiritual rebirth. You might be like discovering like how much love and empathy and compassion that you have inside of you, and how sensitive you are. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so if that's the case, and you like need to get away from some people that are in your life right now, whether that's like family, friends, co-workers, a certain job environment, your prayers are heard, okay? And if you work with the light, and you work with the angels and any other heavenly divine beings, call on them. They want you to remain true to you, and they want you to maintain your frequency. Your frequency is so needed. That sensitivity, that love, that nurturing, you are grounding that frequency into this realm just by being here. And this planet needs as much of that as possible so they don't start World War III. So, I'm teasing. Seriously though, it's a little bit of a concern. You are so needed. Let's see what Pluto has to say about rebirth. And then we're going to pull some tarot and get some more details about this message. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio and is a powerful planetoid that takes 248 years to traverse the zodiac. Pluto and Charon, the largest of its 5 moons, circle each other and create a binary system. Most myths connected to Pluto, god of the underworld, have 2 major characters: the one who descends into the underworld to return reborn, and the one who either sends souls down to the underworld or greets them on arrival. From Pluto and Proserpina to Seth and Osiris. Both sides of these myths, the use and abuse of power, and the willingness to be reborn again into their empowered divine self. Describe Pluto's influence. Pluto is also the lord of mining, retrieving valuables from deep within the earth. Pluto calls for 3 actions. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. And third, to use your power wisely. Pluto calls you to drill down, dig up what is worthy, and bring it to the surface. Then rinse away the dirt and uncover the gold. Bring up riches whenever you dig deep within your soul's work. Notice obsessions and neurosis. These signs of stress must be listened to and healed. But don't allow them to control you. Pluto reminds you that you can't hold on to the past, but you can take care of yourself. To begin this work, you may have to let go of an old form. As a caterpillar, you must become a butterfly. Mourn what you have left behind. Then get curious about what is about to arrive. Examine the power dynamics of this situation. Neither give yours away nor misuse your power over others. Step out of the power struggle and into self-empowerment. The challenge. Pluto's shadow side can bring up obsession, depression, mortality, and grief. Pluto plays hardball, so get a guide for this realm if needed. Spiritual gift. Pluto asks you, in the face of life and death, why are you here? This isn't a theatrical question or a rhetorical one. Strip down the essentials and come back to what really matters to find the answer. So I'm getting like deep psychological healing. This could be healing from trauma. Like you could come from like a really troubled household. And you're finally like getting away from that, and you're finally getting the chance to like deal with all of your accumulated anxiety, basically. Lots of anxiety, always feeling like on edge, and needing to shift out of that fear and uncomfortable anxiety state, like you're not grounded, and be reborn into the version that you truly naturally are, which is this gentle, soft, loving, nurturing, grounded being. But You got to work through some stuff. And that was a big message with you got to be willing to do the work and call for a guide. Angelic realms have made their self present. Reach. Your hand will be met. So, this one. We're going to pull some tarot. We're going to get a little bit more specific about this message. And we will see what Spirit wants you to know. Alright, starting off, you have the 6 of coins. Magician reverse. The Knight of Pentacles reverse. 7 of Cups reverse. 2 of Cups. 8 of Wands reverse. 7 of Wands reverse. Temperance reverse. Okay. So starting off with this 6 of coins. So this is typically about even give and take. And that's usually on the material plane with the pentacles, but also just in general in energy. Are you getting paid what you're worth? Is it even give and receive with your partner, with your friendships? Are you always paying for the meal out, for the fun time out, or they are? Or do you guys split it? Like, things like that. But in this case, it is over the 2 of Cups here. So this is indicating to me this is about the balance of the giving and the receiving of a relationship or a very close friendship. So either this is a person that you are romantically seeing or somebody who's in the friend zone that you're just really close with. But the message here is that you know you need to walk away. But in order to do so, you're going to have to pull out your little magician hat, okay? And Queen of Swords this. And what that means is you need to get into your power, a healthy power, and learn how to cut some of these cords. Let yourself cut these cords. Work with the moon. Work with any form of magic or being that calls to you in order to help let this go so you can complete this cycle. Because what I'm getting here is that this person is somebody you might have rushed things with. I rushed into this too quick. So here with this magician, I'm reverse. It's this person is not working with you for a similar desired outcome. Whether that's a timeline, that's a financial goal, that's a business, that's a dream project. This person isn't moving. If you're trying to like take the relationship to the next level, if you're trying to move forward and get them to work with you on a project, if you're trying to like get them to be more than just a friend or more than just a booty call or more than just, I don't know what this is. It's like there's no commitment here. There's lack of commitment here. Okay. And they are just not doing it. And then with this Knight of Coins reverse, taking their sweet ass time, dragging their butt on communicating, especially on communication, okay? We have this 8 of Wands in reverse over here. So this is like, I'm not replying to your text messages, I'm not answering your calls, and just feeling foolish, like I shouldn't have rushed into this. Or of the options I have, this 7 of Cups in reverse, I picked the wrong cup. Because that's the idea here. It's like each lamp or each cup has something in it and not all of it's good, right? Like there's one with this opportunity and one with this person and one with this timeline. This one has love. This one has a snake in it. This one's poisonous. This one has money in it. Like, and you pick the wrong cup is what this is looking like. And this is like effing up your whole world with this Temperance reverse. So Yeah, I feel like you let down your guard. You let down your guard with this person, and then they just, like, didn't show up. They were, like, there for the heat of the moment. They were there for the fun stuff. They were there when it was convenient for them. And then they just kind of never got back to you. And you are just like, whoa, I don't understand. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. They just didn't get back to you. Or they just won't get back to you. They won't work with you. They won't reply to you. They won't respond. They won't answer your questions. They're dodgy. If you're talking to them in person, they're extremely dodgy. They're changing the subject. They're avoiding eye contact. We're going to get some more advice. I'm going to pull from the alchemy deck for you guys, and then probably from the daily healing as well. And we will see for you guys. I'm just going to shuffle this up a little bit. And we'll see what Spirit has for you guys. Yeah, so you need to, like, just heal and let this person go. But you're still, like, processing, because it was, like, everything was fine, and then they were just, like, gone. And they wouldn't answer you. Like, this is just, like, extreme gaslighting and extreme ghosting. Oh, wow! You got Pluto again! What? It's a thick deck. I can't shuffle them. I have to, like, just, like, move them around and pick one, but you got Pluto again. I haven't read this one, so I don't know what it's gonna say, but I'm curious if it's gonna be like the other one. Because, yeah, then it's, like, major death and rebirth. Like, emphasis on this rebirth. Like, this is what you need to, like, let go and become who you're supposed to be. Wow. Like, just let this piece of ish go. What do they call those? What do they call them? Pauses. Yeah. Let this pause go. The slang. The terminology. Oh, goodness. And it says Pluto, the underworld, power, compulsion. Pluto's realm is one of deep and undeniable power. Now, this is really interesting because this one, of course, like I said, the other Pluto card was talking about this, but Deer of Delta, which is talking about the deep, deep, low frequency going deep within your psyche. And that's all what astrology is like the frequency, the planetary embodiment of the mass cosmic consciousness in different frequencies and how they align and how they make these big vortices of energy that affect humanity. That's what astrology is all based about, is how these energies affect us. So for this to come through in 3 different cards, you're dealing with a massive transformation and rebirth of your psyche. Known as the planet of the underworld, Pluto has a captivating effect that pulls us into its depths, leading to all things excessive. Images of the resurrection, possession, and sacred heart, birth, sex, and death are all symbols of Pluto's volatile energy. When this card shows up, know that everything will be amplified as if though a live wire. It's all about power, and maybe even addiction. Though Pluto's force field can be ruthless, this tiny planet pushes us toward necessary growth when we follow its mesmerizing pulse. We are taken into the depths to be changed. There's no point in pretending the underworld is not at work. Admit that you are in it and find the support you need. Not making it worse is a big accomplishment. Yeah, I'm going to pull from the Daily Healing deck. Truly, I tell you, letting these people go is going to be the best thing that probably ever happened to you. Because once you come out of this, you're going to be the most empowered version of yourself. A double initiation by this god, by this being, by this planet, by however you want to view Pluto. I mean, that's pretty... Sheesh. I'm just saying. Oh man, whoever this is, they did you dirty, but because that wound is so ishy, because it's so deep, that's where the light enters you. So the bigger the wound, the more light, the more healing, the more awareness, the more introspection, the deeper the depth of the wound, the deeper you have to go within yourself to heal it. And you will uncover things that most people never experience here in Earth Realm, not in many, many lifetimes. If you go through this and you commit to the work, I mean, maybe reach out to Pluto or deities that are represented or work with Pluto energy, because for a double confirmation like that, and with Deer of Delta, and Delta being like a deep, intense subconscious frequency, that's like right up Pluto's alley, mate. All I'm saying is, that planet wants your attention. And the daily healing is, begin to see yourself as a spiritual being having an earthly experience of growth and transformation. Practice speaking positively about other people and events, and especially the future. Remind yourself that you are a soul spirit being. Learn and grow from the wisdom of your feelings by allowing yourself to befriend rather than deny them. You are an I. Use this higher aspect of yourself to redeem your shadow aspects. You are an I am. You are the I am. You are the beautiful, unique version of God's source. Okay? Every single one of us is. And how that plays out in as many roles as it does, we're still trying to figure that one out, right? I feel like when you start looking, because you have the two, like, realize that you are a spiritual being cards coming out here. When you begin to realize that this is the higher truth, like you are a spirit, you are a soul inside of a temporary human vessel having this very short temporary human experience, these things that you're dealing with, the issue that you're dealing with, it won't matter to you as much anymore. It is a stop point. It is a landmark in your journey for transformation, growth, and development that you signed up for, that you designed, orchestrated on a much higher level of your consciousness before you came here and came all the way down to this dense-ass dimension, so that way you could learn these spiritual truths about yourself. So you would go within and do this introspection, so that way you would get to embody more of your soul here at this time in Earth's pivotal ascension history. This is beautiful. If you have Pluto coming up twice, I have no doubt that you'll be able to handle this. You got triple divine energies here backing you. And ultimately, it's up to you, you know? Do you want to keep them around and keep feeling like crap and uncertain and unsure, or do you just kind of want to like let it go and go within and do the thing and move on and see the things that life has to offer that's better for you? Because right here it says speak positively about people, places, and events, but especially your future, because you have a very bright future. I mean, if you can withstand a double initiation through Pluto, I mean, you could probably withstand a whole lot of other things. And that is a reward within of itself, but there will be bestowed blessings for you in doing so, and it will manifest in so many different ways in your life, it's not even funny. So these are the messages I have for you guys tonight. I hope this reading helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!